Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. I have 3 videos of half dollar. So let's get started. The 1972 half dollar with the D mint mark from the United States of America is an important continuation of the Kennedy half dollar series, representing a strong era of modern American coinage and a piece that carries historical identity, collector demand, and potential for significant market value when preserved in strong condition. This coin belongs to the Kennedy half-dollar series that began in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination, and by 1972 the design had already become one of the most recognized coin portraits in American numismatic history. The 1972 D half-dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark located on the obverse to the right of Kennedy's neck. The obverse of the coin features the left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The portrait shows detailed hair strands, defined facial contours, and a strong presidential profile. Above the head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is split on either side of the neck truncation. The date 1972 appears below the portrait. The reverse of the coin was designed by Frank Gasparo and displays the presidential seal of the United States, featuring a heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows and an olive branch, with a shield on its chest. Above the eagle appears the legend United States of America and below it half dollar. Surrounding the eagle are 50 stars representing the states of the Union. The 1972 D half dollar is composed of a copper-nickel clad composition introduced in 1971, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition replaced the earlier 40% silver half dollars struck from 1965 to 1970. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter with a reeded edge. Since it contains no silver, its collectible value depends entirely on condition, rarity in higher grades, strike quality, and the presence of mint errors rather than precious metal content. In very fine condition, typically graded VF20 to VF35, the coin shows moderate, even wear across the highest points while maintaining strong overall detail. On the obverse, Kennedy's hair above the ear and along the crown shows noticeable flattening, but major hair sections remain visible. The cheek and jawline are smooth yet clearly outlined. The lettering Liberty and In God We Trust remains sharp and fully legible. The date 1972 must be bold and clear. The rim should be complete and distinct from the lettering. On the reverse in very fine grade, the eagle's breast feathers are partially worn but visible. The wings show smoothing on the highest feather tips, yet feather groupings remain defined. The shield lines are visible though softened. The arrows and olive branch are identifiable, and all inscriptions remain fully readable. Even wear without heavy scratches, rim damage, corrosion, or cleaning marks is essential for preserving collector value. Original surfaces with natural toning are highly preferred over cleaned or polished examples. Although the Denver Mint produced a large number of 1972 D half dollars, most entered circulation during a time when half dollars were already seeing reduced use in everyday commerce. Many were stored in rolls or saved by collectors, but high-grade examples with minimal contact marks remain challenging to locate due to the coin's large surface area, which easily shows bag marks and abrasions. As a result, condition rarity plays a significant role in determining market value. In circulated very fine condition, the 1972 D half dollar generally trades slightly above face value. However, exceptional examples with strong eye appeal, minimal marks, and attractive toning can command higher premiums. The significant increase in value occurs in mint state grades. Coins graded Mississippi 65 and above can reach into the hundreds of dollars, especially when displaying sharp strike detail and clean surfaces. In top certified grades such as Mississippi 67, Registry quality coins have achieved prices approaching or exceeding $1,000 at auction due to intense competition among advanced collectors. Strike quality is particularly important for this issue. Some 1972 half dollars exhibit softer details in Kennedy's hair or weaker feather definition on the eagle. Strongly struck examples with crisp hair detail and well-defined reverse elements are more desirable. Luster quality also contributes significantly to value. Bright, original mint luster without dullness or spotting enhances market appeal. Mint errors and varieties add further potential value. Known examples include double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, and dramatic strike-through errors. Well-preserved and visually impressive error coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, and in rare certified cases, values may approach the $1,000 range depending on rarity and demand. The 1972 half dollar represents a transitional era in American coinage history, fully embracing clad composition while maintaining a powerful presidential tribute. The Kennedy design has remained largely unchanged for decades, reinforcing its iconic status. Its large size, bold portrait, and patriotic reverse design make it a centerpiece in many modern United States coin collections. Long-term value potential depends on preservation, grading, and certification. Coins submitted to professional grading services and assigned high mint state grades often achieve substantial premiums. Proper storage in protective holders prevents surface damage and preserves luster. Cleaning or polishing significantly reduces numismatic value and should always be avoided. In summary, the 1972 half dollar with D mint mark is a significant modern collectible within the Kennedy series. In very fine condition, it retains strong design clarity and balanced wear, making it an attractive example for collectors. While standard circulated pieces carry modest premiums, high-grade mint state examples, sharply struck coins, and rare error varieties can reach market values in the hundreds of dollars and, in exceptional certified cases, approach or surpass $1,000. Its historical tribute to John F. Kennedy, its bold presidential seal reverse, and its place within the enduring half-dollar series ensure its continued importance in United States numismatic history. Next video. The 1986 half dollar with the D mint mark from the United States of America is a modern-era continuation of the Kennedy half dollar series and represents a significant collectible issue within late 20th century American coinage. Struck at the Denver facility of the United States Mint, this coin carries the small D mint mark on the obverse, identifying its origin. Although half dollars were no longer widely used in daily commerce by the mid-1980s, the 1986 D issue remains an important date for collectors, particularly when preserved in strong condition with appealing surfaces and sharp detail. The obverse of the 1986 D half dollar features the iconic left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy. The design was created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts and first introduced in 1964. Kennedy's portrait shows defined hair strands, a strong jawline, and a dignified presidential profile. The inscription Liberty arches above the head, while In God We Trust appears split across the lower portion of the field, and the date 1986 is centered beneath the bust. The D mint mark is located to the right of the neck truncation. The portrait remains one of the most recognizable designs in American numismatics, symbolizing national respect and historical memory. The reverse design, created by Frank Gasparo, depicts the presidential seal of the United States. A heraldic eagle spreads its wings while holding an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and strength. A shield covers the eagle's chest, and above the head appears a cluster of stars surrounded by rays. The legends United States of America and half dollar encircle the design. The large size of the half dollar allows the reverse details to stand out prominently, making surface preservation extremely important for collector appeal. The 1986 D half dollar is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter with a reeded edge. Since the coin contains no silver, its collectible value is determined entirely by condition, strike quality, rarity in higher grades, and the presence of special varieties or mint errors rather than intrinsic metal value. In very fine condition, typically graded VF20 to VF35, the coin exhibits moderate but even wear. On the obverse, The highest points such as Kennedy's hair above the ear and the cheek show smoothing, yet the overall hair structure remains visible. The jawline and neckline are clearly defined. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" remain bold and complete. The date 1986 must be sharp and fully readable. The rim should be complete and distinct from the lettering. On the reverse, in very fine grade, the eagle's breast feathers are partially worn but still identifiable. The wings show flattening at the tips yet retain clear feather grouping. The shield lines remain visible though softened. The arrows and olive branch can be clearly distinguished. All legends must be fully legible. Even wear across both sides without heavy scratches, rim dents, corrosion, or evidence of cleaning is crucial for maintaining higher collector value. Natural toning with original surfaces is far more desirable than artificially brightened or polished coins. Although mintage for the 1986 D half-dollar was substantial, many examples were stored in bags or rolls rather than circulated extensively. However, due to the coin's large diameter and wide fields, contact marks and abrasions are common. High-grade examples free from heavy bag marks are much scarcer than raw mintage numbers suggest. This condition rarity is what drives the market value upward for premium specimens. In circulated very fine condition, the 1986 D half-dollar generally carries a modest premium above face value. However, coins with strong eye appeal, smooth fields, and balanced toning may command higher prices among collectors assembling date and mint sets. The real increase in value occurs in mint state grades. Coins graded Mississippi 65 and above can reach into the hundreds of dollars depending on luster and surface preservation. In top registry grades such as Mississippi 67 or higher, certified examples have achieved prices approaching or exceeding $1,000 at auction due to strong demand and the difficulty of locating nearly flawless specimens. Strike quality also plays a role in valuation. Some 1986 D half-dollars show softer detail in Kennedy's hair or the eagle's breast feathers. Strongly struck coins with crisp hair lines and well-defined reverse elements are more desirable. Bright, original mint luster that flows evenly across the surface enhances value significantly. Spots, dullness, or evidence of improper storage can reduce market appeal. Mint errors provide additional opportunities for high value. Known errors for the series include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, and strike-through errors. Dramatic and well-preserved error examples can sell for hundreds of dollars, and rare certified varieties may approach the $1,000 range depending on scarcity and demand within the error collecting community. The 1986 D half-dollar stands as a representation of modern American coinage stability. Even though half-dollars were no longer widely used in daily transactions by the 1980s, the series continued primarily for collectors and banking distribution. This shift from heavy circulation to limited commercial use contributes to the survival of higher-grade examples, yet pristine coins remain scarce due to handling marks from storage and transportation. Long-term market value depends heavily on professional grading and authentication. Coins certified by reputable grading services and assigned high mint state grades typically bring stronger prices in auctions and private sales. Proper storage in protective holders preserves surfaces and prevents environmental damage. Cleaning, polishing, or abrasive handling permanently reduces numismatic value and should always be avoided. In summary, the 1986 half-dollar with D mint mark is a notable modern collectible within the Kennedy half-dollar series. In very fine condition, it retains solid design clarity and balanced wear, offering collectors an attractive circulated example. While most circulated coins hold moderate premiums, high-grade mint state pieces, sharply struck examples, and rare mint error varieties can achieve market values in the hundreds of dollars and, in exceptional certified cases, reach or exceed $1,000. Its enduring tribute to John F. Kennedy, bold presidential seal reverse, and position within late 20th century United States coinage ensure its continued relevance and demand in the numismatic marketplace. Next video. The 1990 half-dollar with the D mint mark from the United States of America is a modern-era issue from the long-running Kennedy half-dollar series, struck at the Denver facility of the United States Mint. By 1990, half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday circulation, making this coin part of a period when production was largely intended for collectors, banks, and limited commercial demand. Despite being a modern-clad coin, the 1990 D half-dollar holds importance in numismatic history because of condition rarity, strong collector following, and the possibility of high premiums in superior grades. The obverse design features the left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, originally introduced in 1964. The portrait was created by Gilroy Roberts and has remained one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. Kennedy's profile displays detailed hair texture, defined facial features, and a formal presidential presence. The word Liberty curves above the head. "In God We Trust" appears in 2 lines across the lower field, and the date 1990 is positioned below the bust. The small d mint mark appears to the right of Kennedy's neck truncation, confirming its Denver origin. The reverse of the coin displays the presidential seal of the United States, designed by Frank Gasparro. The heraldic eagle spreads its wings while clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing military readiness and peace. A shield covers the eagle's chest, and above the head appears a cluster of stars surrounded by rays. The inscriptions "United States of America" and $50 encircle the design. The $50's large 30.6 mm diameter provides ample space for intricate details, but it also makes the coin more prone to contact marks and surface abrasions. The 1990D $50 is composed of a copper-nickel clad construction consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and features a reeded edge. Because it contains no silver, its value depends entirely on condition, surface preservation, strike quality, rarity in high grades, and special varieties or mint errors rather than intrinsic metal content. In very fine condition, generally graded VF20 to VF35, the coin shows moderate and even circulation wear. On the obverse, the highest points of Kennedy's hair above the ear and along the crown exhibit flattening, yet major hair groupings remain visible. The cheek and jawline appear smooth but clearly outlined. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" must remain bold and fully readable. The date 1990 should be strong and clear. The rim must be complete and distinct from the lettering without merging into the design. On the reverse, in very fine grade, the eagle's breast feathers show noticeable wear but remain distinguishable. The wings display flattening at the tips while retaining feather grouping. The shield lines are visible though softened. The arrows and olive branch are clearly identifiable. All legends must remain sharp and fully legible. Even wear without heavy scratches, rim dents, corrosion, or cleaning damage is essential for maintaining collector interest. Natural toning and original surfaces significantly increase desirability compared to cleaned or polished examples. Although mintage numbers for the 1990D $50 were substantial, many coins were stored in Federal Reserve vaults or collectors' rolls rather than heavily circulated. However, large surface areas make these coins susceptible to bag marks from storage and transportation. As a result, finding examples with minimal contact marks and strong luster becomes increasingly difficult in higher grades. This condition scarcity is what drives the coin's premium value in the marketplace. In circulated very fine condition, the 1990D $50 generally trades for a modest premium above face value. However, coins exhibiting exceptional eye appeal, balanced toning, and minimal distractions can attract stronger interest. The most significant value increase occurs in mint state grades. Coins graded Mississippi 65 and above can command prices in the hundreds of dollars depending on luster and surface quality. In top registry quality grades such as Mississippi 67 and higher, certified examples have reached or exceeded $1,000 in competitive auctions due to the rarity of nearly flawless specimens. Strike quality is another important factor. Some 1990D $50 display softer details in Kennedy's hair or less defined feather structure on the reverse eagle. Strongly struck coins with crisp hair strands and well-defined shield and feather details are more desirable. Bright, uninterrupted mint luster that flows smoothly across both sides significantly enhances market value. Spots, dullness, or storage damage can reduce premiums. Mint error varieties add another dimension of potential value. Known types of errors within the Kennedy $50 series include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, and strike-through errors. Dramatic, well-preserved error examples from 1990D can sell for hundreds of dollars, and rare certified varieties may approach or surpass the $1,000 level depending on scarcity and demand among error collectors. The historical significance of the 1990 half dollar lies in its representation of modern American coinage stability and continuity. Even as half dollars declined in everyday usage, the series continued to honor President Kennedy and maintain its symbolic national presence. Collectors value the series for its large format, patriotic reverse design, and consistent artistic style spanning decades. Long-term market value is closely tied to professional grading and authentication. Coins certified by recognized grading services and assigned high mint state grades typically achieve stronger auction results. Proper storage in archival quality holders protects surfaces from environmental damage. Cleaning, polishing, or abrasive handling permanently reduces numismatic value and should always be avoided. In conclusion, the 1990 half dollar with D mint mark is a significant modern collectible within the Kennedy series. In very fine condition, it presents balanced wear and clear design detail, making it a solid example for collectors. While typical circulated pieces hold modest premiums, high-grade mint state examples, sharply struck coins, and rare mint era varieties can achieve market values ranging from hundreds of dollars to over $1,000 in exceptional certified cases. Its enduring tribute to John F. Kennedy, bold presidential seal reverse, and place within late 20th century United States coin history ensure its continued relevance and strong collector demand. So if you enjoyed this rare coin history video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos about valuable coins from around the world.